Welcome to another episode of the Jam Session. So, school starts next week, but until then, I've been doing lots and lots of orientations. I went to five orientations. I am oriented out. I can't anymore. So what did we do for 5 orientations? Went over a lot of the same material. The Akita orientation was actually very useful, and the Yokote orientation for my city was pretty useful, not from like an academic standpoint on how to teach, but more like how to live in Yokote and not die underneath mountains of snow. This is a picture of my city during the winter. So with all that running around with these orientations, as well as being at my school and getting stuff prepared, like my lovely English board, which I will show you right now. I have also been helping coach speech students to prepare for the big speech contest in September. So the way it goes is each junior high and high school, I'm not quite sure about the high school rules, but each junior high in the Yokote area picks 4 students to compete in a competition, which from what I understand is not mandatory at all, and they put tons of hours into practicing for this. There's 2 types. There's recitation, in which they take scripts from their textbooks, either the ones they're currently using or an old textbook that was once the textbook that was used. Or speech, where they write the speech themselves and get to perform it. My school has 2 speech students and 2 recitation students, and it's 3 girls and a boy, and I think it's 2 ninensei, which is the equivalent of a 8th grader in the United States, and 2 sannensei, which is the equivalent of a 9th grader in the United States, performing for this competition. And they have spent so much time practicing, not just with the ALTs, but also with their teachers and alone. Like, for example, today I asked my student, "Oh, what did you do this weekend? Did you relax for Obon holiday?" And she said, "Yes, I relaxed." And I said, "Okay." And then I asked, "What did you do? Did you read a book?" And she was like, "No, I studied very hard." That's not relaxing. Aside from work, I've also been doing a lot of other things outside of work, which I find exhausting. For example, cleaning my apartment, going to the grocery store, cooking dinner. Takes so long every day. Doing my laundry, going to the 100 yen store. But I feel like every day I am more or less busy from the time I wake up until I go to work, and I work until like 4:30, and then I get home and I make dinner, and then I clean up dinner, and it's like 8:30, and I'm like, wow, crap, I have to take a shower and get ready for bed and maybe relax for an hour before I go to sleep, because if I don't go to bed by like 11, I feel like crap the next day. And a lot of times I will stay up late anyway, because 11 p.m. here is like 10 a.m. at home, so that's when everybody I know starts to wake up. So yeah, that's what I want to be doing. I don't know how adults do it. How do adults do this? Every day. They just, how? I don't understand. Especially adults with kids. Because they just have more stuff to do in seemingly the same amount of hours, but like, it probably seems to them like less hours, because they always have to be running their kids everywhere. How? How do I adult? In summary, school starts next week. I find being an adult exhausting, and I am tired of going to orientations. That is the summary of this video, in case it's TLDR or TLDW, too long didn't watch. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to in Japan. Maybe eventually I will come up with actual ideas on what to talk about and it'll be more interesting. Until then, another day, another adventure. See you later, Josh. And internet, I guess. So in Japan, it's customary, if you go somewhere, you bring something back and give it to people that you work with or your friends. So naturally, when everybody came back from Obon holiday, almost everybody had different omiyagi to give to their coworkers. And this includes me. So when I came back to my desk on Wednesday after being at orientation on Monday and Tuesday, I found myself with a lot of different snacks on my desk, including this really large piece of dried fish. So if I ever have a punishment before 1/27/2015, I think my punishment should be I should have to eat this because this is not my style.